I've had a bad feeling about this ever since we left Armonlu. There's something... I don't trust these Morden.
So I have just found a very interesting way to basically start the game with your own party. You can only start with 5 characters if you try to have 6 characters. Draven is forced no matter what. So you would have 7 and the game will glitch out and it won't allow you to move, which I have no idea how to get around. But I just started with 5 characters. And after the tutorials, I will add the 6th one. And in a moment, I will tell you how I did that. But as you can see, we have now... Why does it twice? I don't know. I don't care. So, I have 5 characters. And Draven. Well, you can start a game in the tutorial with our group. I have the pre-created these and then added them into a single save file with an animation and everything. Okay, so I have recorded the entire process and I will put it beyond after this. So enjoy. And by the way, one more thing, I'm running a heavily modded game with new races and stuff, and I'm running it on the expansion pack. With the Neves patches, I have the Czech language for some things aren't translated. If it doesn't find the translated version, it will simply put in the English one without screwing anything up, which is fucking great. So, enjoy. I'm recording this sort of segment after I'm going to show you if it works, and if it doesn't, I won't make the video. So this is basically I'm going to record myself using my method of starting the game with the maximum possible amount of characters. Unfortunately, they're just 5 because there's Draven, and you can't really. If you try to have 7 characters in the team, 6 of yours and Draven, the game won't allow you to move, which is like, I tried it before. So, I have pre-made some characters for my all melee basically. They will be partially magical because they need some magical skills to be able to equip staves and cestuses or boxer gloves. So, I have these pre-made characters here. Oh, well, pre-made by me. The game has also some shitty pre-made characters, but those are not the ones I have mentioned. And this one, the TS2 editor doesn't really work because I have a heavily modded game with the expansion pack. This doesn't work with expansion pack as far as I know, and it has I have mods for new races and such, so this doesn't really work, but I'm using it as because it is quite easy if you use it even if this part doesn't work. So I'm going to open the I have already. Basically, what you need to do is to grab a save game that has 6 characters, delete the word save and the word stuff, so it will start you in the very beginning in the tutorial, and then, which I have already done, that's what I'm saying it, which is here, and using this you can basically easily open it up. So this is the inside of the save game that I have already, because I have tried this several times unsuccessfully. If you are seeing this, then this is a successful thing. And so I have already added the Sekiro Dikařka to the save file, as this is the original, which was my previous main character, and this is for the new LP series, which is the Sekiro Dikařka here, and I'm going to do it for every one of them. So what's the second one on the list? I'm also doing quite a few other things. So this is the second one, Mečokladivonka, which I will promptly open, which will then open Tank Weaver in it, and I will use this. I will extract it. And I will have to make a new folder for it, because otherwise it will replace the 0, and we want it to replace the team member 1. So I'm going to do for the card member renaming, which I will then put it into if it is going to refresh. And is it? Yeah, it is. It did. So I'm going to extract it there. It should be there. I'm going to rename this to 1. I'm going to put it back in, which will then do this. Which is kind of number 1. Also, I'm going to need to delete member 5. It's counted from 0, so it's actually the 6th member of the party. And because there is Dravin, you can do this the same thing after the tutorial and have the 6th member, but doing this before with the Dravin in party makes you have 7 members of the party, and the game will not allow you to move, as in you can move in the game. So I'm going to delete this because we don't want that. I'm basically going to run through the tutorial, and after the tutorial ends I will do the same thing and just add the 6th member, which will run the tutorial separately. That's how they're going to be. So I'm going to do this for every single one of them. So, what's the third one in the team? Štítokievnice. Fine. Štítokievnice. Yeah. Oh, I'm going to do for every single one of them. So, the same exact thing. I'm going to extract the particular party member. I didn't extract. So, did it extract actually? Because it should have rewritten it if I have copied it. Yeah, I'm going to just to be sure, because I don't want to do this multiple times for no reason. I'm going to extract it once again to the right folder. Yes, I'm going to extract it there. Yeah. So this is going to the third party member. Is it counted from 0? Yes, please. Then we are going to do it for the next one, and so on and so on. File open, and then I will show you how to change some other stuff and set it as output. That's also needed to be done. Which is the next one? Oboručka. Oh, I have been doing the thing I thought, but I wasn't sure before. So I just have to extract. When dun 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 dun. Hey, what the fuck am I doing? No. I want to do this to be the fourth one, which means third. Because it's counted from 0. Yeah, like that. So, no, let's open. It's important to close this, otherwise you won't be able to resave it afterwards and compress it properly if you screw that one up. So, what's the name? Oboručka, Polashka. I haven't done it properly, did I? Yep. So extract. Come on. And this is the fifth party member, and no. Yes, the fifth party member with the fourth number. And this is the last one for now, because we can put in the sixth party member, which would have the number 5 because it's from 0, because it would screw up the whole thing. I'm going to make a backup just in case something good to have backups. So I'm going to edit some other things. I'm going to open my Notepad++. Close it previously. And I will try something I haven't tried before. It might work, it might not work. That's because I have a backup. So I don't want this to be like that. I want this. And I have no idea if this saves properly. If I'm going to save it, I'm going to kind of saranchata like this. This is some kind of number. PS2 word, mercenary. And this is a save game, which I don't really need. Isn't there something else? Elite, mercenary, there's some interesting information about the party here, the boss statistics and such. I don't really need it, actually. I could have just deleted it. I wonder what happens if you delete this stuff. Because I want to start with a clean slate, basically. So I don't really need to have statistics of what I have killed when I have not. I'm just going to party info. Here's the one I want to delete, basically. I think this is the level. That could be wrong. So what will happen if I were to delete this? Just for the shits and giggles. I'm going to rename it. Test removal. And I wonder what the game will do if I do this like this. And now we are going to put it back together. It should. So we have the editor here. And here we need to select the source, save editor monitoring, which is this, and the output, which we could save in the Sarancha to this party. We are going to need to delete this. Previous. And if I put it like this, and then select make. Oh, I need to reload this, which will give me an error, but if you basically load it, because it will give you an error, I will show it to you so you know what to do. No. It's Z tangent siege. T tangent siege 2 save editor and it doesn't give me an error. That's kind of weird. Well, so don't use this. This is from the previous one, which is from the save, which I have edited previously. If you do it like this, it gave me an error and this kinda glitched out, but it doesn't affect the making of, which will take the source and the output. So we have the proper output. I hope we do. Let's just make sure. I don't want to do this multiple times for no apparent reason. And then we select make. That will happen. And if I were to look into Saranchata, suddenly, oh yes, we have the previous because it wasn't in template, which is no longer the case, but shouldn't use this at all, so we don't care. This is what we care. All the other things I could basically delete if I were to do that, but I would rather not in case I fucked something up. It should load on it is because it's the name of the folder. It needs to be the name of the folder, otherwise it won't load. If you have, this was previously in Templayer, and Templayer, if it had this, it would load properly these things, but if it doesn't, if you change the folder name, you also have to change the individual files, which I did to this previously. And otherwise it won't show in the game for some reason. Also, you need to some sort of all saves mode, otherwise it will invalidate your game files and it will tell, the game will tell you that the save files are invalid. Well, the game won't tell you, it won't show them. So that's much worse. So if I want to go back here, select single player, and let's see. I don't think it's here actually. Yep, it's not here. That's probably because those files I have set for the removal are indeed needed. Party info at least. So, we will have to change them, won't we? Fine by me. Let's see. Which one of them is the level? Probably this, but I can't do to 8. I don't want to modify this too much because otherwise it won't work. We have to generate a new one basically. And the party info. I wonder what will happen if I just save it afterwards. So, let me delete the file. This one. Yep. Then make it again. Wrong thing. Up. Yep. And now load it. Should at least show up. It shows up now. It says I'm on level 31. But I don't know what will happen if I save the game afterwards. So I'm going to do a very simple thing. I'm going to is this the thing? I'm going to copy paste it as Zal. Basically a backup because I'm going to delete it and then to record it once again. I'm going to try some stuff. And let's see if we go next. We go Dungeon Siege 2. If we save it and go back, if it will basically rewrite stuff or not. I wonder. I'm going to skip all the cuts. Well, not all the cutscenes, some of the cutscenes. I'm running a heavily modded game. I have also Czech language, except for those that don't know. Here we can here we can see our first character. But if we are to, we have all of them. Oh, they have levels. Isn't that some kind of really bad? It's level 0. Oh yeah, it's just 2. Oh, it's okay. Well, for a moment I was worried I was going to be like, oh, you have 31 points to give in town. Like, I don't want to do that. That would be boring. Yay! So we have now our 5 nice characters. One of which. Does it tell the race somewhere? No, it doesn't. Not apparently. Well, this one is a succubi. This one is either a dryad or a nymph. Well, I can take a look in my text file. This is Štitokievnice. So this is a dryad, which is the normal. This isn't a normal race. This is a normal race. This is a drow, which isn't a normal race for the game. It's from a mod. And this is a vampire. Oh fuck! I can't pronounce it. This is a vampire. Blech. And this is a nymph, which is a modded character. You can see she has yellow eyes. I've also modded it so I can do this, and I can go really far, really close, and I can also go to the 0 azimuth, which means I can look like I can. Otherwise, you would only be like, I think this. I can do this. And you can see why I shouldn't, but that's just a glitch that on. Well, it happens pretty much if you have the inventory open, because if I do this, then open it, it will go even far beyond. So, now, I'm going to test my previous theory, I'm going to save, I'm going to quit, and let's see if it's going to get rewritten by the proper values. If it doesn't, meh, who cares, really. So, it works! Saranchata level 0, it did get rewritten by the proper values. Yes! Fine. So, to be able to see the intro and everything again, I'm going to delete this save file. By whom? Let's wait a moment. It will tell me which one, what to do. Oh, the editor is using it for some reason. So I'm going to exit the editor. Why is it using it? Because it's in the output? Perhaps? Well, unlock. And out of luck. And I'm going to put this here. Didn't even notice it. Fine. So, you can create a whole group like this. But you have to finish the tutorial with your 5-member group, and then add the 6th member. Otherwise, Raven will screw you over, basically. So I will have to finish the tutorial for my 5-member group and my 1 member that will have to do it standalone style, and that's pretty much about it. If you were to import, you can basically import the word data too. I don't really see a reason why, and I don't really know how to do that. It's pretty much possible if you can like Because if I were to look, I also have the slight problem with importing, because this group, the original one, which I used as the 6-party group of, you know, the original characters. If I were to look in the party info, these ones which would be Templar, Deru, Finala, Tar, and Anakladimula. These were originally only in the multiplayer section, so I have to import them into single player. Basically, you only move them inside the folders as multiplayer, which I could actually put back. Here we go. Which was originally here. It was a multiplayer save that contains war data here. I have no idea. I have to convert the multiplayer game world data into the single player. I don't know how to do it, but I don't really care. I don't need it. There is possibly some easy way to do it, but if you want to do that, you have to do it by yourself. But if you use the single player ones, it uses the same thing basically. No, that's still multiplayer. Single player. Do I have a single? I have a test save. Test D2 radar. I wonder where it's saved. I wonder. Well, this probably doesn't have anything to. Maybe I have no way. Well, no. Maybe it's the DS2 radar. I don't know. But the single player saves the world data. But I don't really care, so that's that. And that would be everything. It works. And I'm going now to record the showing that it fully works. Well, actually, should have done that before. Oh, and I forgot to add one more thing. In case because we just found out that it had rewritten the original values of the party info with the proper the working values, but it might have deleted the values about the 6th party member. So if you are going to add the 6th party member later, you might have to use the backup saves and basically find the information about the last party member and the 6th one, and copy paste it to the now proper valued party and party info. If you do that, it should theoretically work. I have not tried it yet. I'm going to try it soon. Basically, so yeah. And then you can import. I don't know if just adding the party member there will basically add him to the game, or if it redirects from the party info. And there's one more thing I forgot to say, because I found out that the quests are all finished and such. So basically, I'm going to try replacing party DS2 with so much simpler party, I guess. So I'm going to use first I'm going to do this. I will extract it. I need to change it. No, I don't even know what I sort it. That is. Put it in. Well, that is fine. And we're going to try to replace it. As far as I can see, it contains information about the world quest and such. So if I'm going to replace it, is it? Oh, this one's really important. Other parts of it. Wow. What's slash? Well, I need to move something here. Am I using that? Just changes. That's what right now. No, so most probably only contains, so the party does to basically contains the word. So if I were to do this, make a backup, delete it, then I could make it again. Rozávání the removal. Oh no, I do need to do that. I want to dot here. And let's make the file. Let's see what happens if I load it now. What the fuck? Oh wait, yeah, I have replaced it, which means this is not correct currently. We shall see. Oh, it seems I have all the characters, so just replace it. Well, that was... I lost quite a lot of time actually. It was like a half hour. Well, this also means that we can... What? There is something wrong here. Why don't they have their... Well, perhaps it replaced everything again, so I have to do some stuff. I think. Well, move! Trying to move it, and it's impossible. Aye! Please move! And I just found out that I haven't saved it properly. Hey, because I had the original folder here. Well. That explains a few things, I guess. But... well, I guess. It died all again, so... this time I need to set it properly, don't I? Then... so much work. So little time. I no longer have the time to wrap this up today because I still need to do the post tutorial thing and I just don't have the time for that. So yeah, it will give you this thing, but this part still works perfectly, so I guess. Well, finally. And I can't really talk right now, so... works. We can get this once again. Please, 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 please. Yes! I was forget for some reason. And now for the recombination effort, because I have played through the tutorial with the main party and with the 6th member solo, so I can put after the tutorial I can put it back together. Well, not back because they were never together in the first place, but let's see. I have... oh yes, I need to make... I should have one more folder right here. Ah, here it is. That makes... well... let's do it like this. I will back up my original these saves because I have no reason to delete them. So it's going to be Alt Home. So, and this should do part. Yes. So I will open my after the tutorial in the first act party. I'm going to extract it, and it doesn't give me a little bit like this. That should be faster. Extract. Did it work? Yes, it did. Fine. And we are going to switch the first party member and the last one. The reason for the first one is that I have a save before the end of the tutorial, because you lose your equipment at the end of the tutorial, and I don't like it, frankly. So I'm going to switch it back. I hope it didn't save in some, because I heard some save jingle at the ending cutscene for the tutorial. So we're going to see if that's the case. So now we are going to open on the end of the tutorial the locusts. So single player, Saranchata, this, and it's that place. No, not like that. First character to place this, extract here, extract. Let's see if it works. Let's see if I can just make a backup first. Why not? And the same for the last character. Wait. Oh yes, 5. Oh, I can, because I don't have a 6th character or 5th. If the first one is counted as the 0th? Maybe. So, oh, it's okay. It didn't resave in the wrong spot of the cutscene because it's 7 kilobytes. All the while the party member that lost the equipment has now 5. So if I'm going to change this, 3 minutes of the cutscene basically. So I'm going to replace this, and let's grab the last party member, which I have played solo with. That should be... Did I even make another save for that? Yes, I did. So, single player, it was Boxerka, and let's first go to replace the last character to replace. Save that there. Extract. Come on. Let's go. Extract. And close it. Yeah, it's picking up the audio. It's just fine. So, as the character to replace, let's rename this to the 5th. And let's see if I can just put it there, because there is no party info for that character in the main save. So we shall see if it works or not. Otherwise, we will have to edit this one and add the last party member for the original folder, which is here. Oh, in the original folder? I don't really care. So, let's see here. Edit. Yes, the file is invalid to load here, but I can just select a node. Oh, fine. Saranchata. Yeah, how should I name it? After tutorial, before edit. This. And let's make the save file. The text had some. The command line had some more things going on there, so I don't know if it worked or not. Well, we shall see. Please work, please work, please work. Over to Panosh. Yeah. I have that basically made some sort of a hybrid Czech English version, and it works just fine because if it doesn't find the Czech language strings, it will instead of doing some sort of glitches and such, it will simply use the English ones. So the Czech works perfectly even with mods and such. In stark contrast to the first game, where basically the Czech language breaks everything, including the whole multiplayer campaign and such. Okay. Oh. Why is it here? Shouldn't it just put me into the game? Does it ask each time? No, I'm worried. Please work, please work. Please don't fuck up. Please don't fuck up. Please. Oh, it didn't work. And there is no change. Okay, I don't understand. I don't quite understand what the hell. And that she should have her. Well, I've just found out why it didn't work, because it was saving into the wrong folder. It was saving to save Saranchesek and account. So we need to go into the normal saves and probably quit this game. Just because it's being used. Just a precaution, just in case. Let's do this again. Single player. Saranchata. After tutorial. Before edit. Okay, fine. Which one? The tank weaver, probably. Yeah. And for the third time, after tutorial, before edit. Now let's make sure this doesn't screw up things, as it sometimes tends to do. And let's make the save file once again, and let's load it up. And she has a knife, and she now has her equipment, so I guess this part works. Let's see if we have our final party member. If we don't, I will have to edit some more things to get it working. Let's see. And we do have the last party member. Yes, it works. Finally. Which is quite nice because I have some equipment I I want to use. Well, and that's everything. Yay! I just managed to start the game, go to the tutorial with an entire party of people. Well, people, characters. They are not people, I think. unless they were, well, living inside my computer now. Well, and gain sentience. Anyway, I think this video has been going on for long enough. I don't care if you... Well, I do care if you like, but it's not needed. I would like comments, however. And that's everything. It's been a long... It's going to be a long video. That's for sure. And even though I thought I wouldn't do this, the previous recording was the end, I just did something else, something even better than previously done. This is multiplayer. So I have managed to import the single player save to multiplayer, which is somewhat annoying. It's not that, well, it's easy, but it's not that much. Well, it's somewhat obvious. Well, in any case, I just say to myself, why should I play with just 6 characters when I could have 12 characters? So, we are now in the multiplayer save level 5 that has originally been recorded in the single player, and I have imported it to the multiplayer by using a very weird method, but it works. And so this is my normal characters, and this is my other game, which can the other client can also have 6 characters, and there are 6 characters there. But if I were to click on it, one of them, and select the rampage mode, then I click hit here and then move. The character goes to and attacks and such. I think the first character will not attack by himself, unless he has some automatic spells, which I have mods for, so there are more automatic spells, slots and such, and even some active spells are casted automatically. But in any case, this is kinda nice, because I can have at least... But the other 5 characters will work normally, so they will attack, never do anything. So I can play at least as 11 and a half? At least 11 characters and a half of the first one. You can set it up like this. So I'm going to make a second party and play with 6 characters. And that mod, the Succubus mode, that enables me to play as 12 characters. Also rebalances the game, so the game, if there are 12 characters, the game is harder, twice as hard. So, I will show you how I actually did that. So, I had Well, as I have previously shown, there are not here. What did it? Ah, here it is. Saranchata Ward to multiplayer save conversion, which has the file that's inside the saved game when you open it with an editor, like this. If I select open and then select Saranchata, it's basically this file. That's what Mercenary has to ward. They do it in a little different way. Here it's the DS2 word, and it's a different format. But you can't just rename it. It won't work. I tried that. It wouldn't be so simple, unfortunately. So I had to do something else. I have exported it. This is it. And then I have looked into how other things work. In the other in the I will show first how it works in single player. In the single player, you have. Let's open up something. Where is it? Here we go. You have the DS2 party, which inside holds the this file, information about the world. But in the multiplayer saves, it does something else. In multiplayer saves, it has this folder that contains saves, different save slots. Those were some of my previous tries. These folder don't work. Those were the previous tries. But this one works with the DS2 BMK. So, how did I do that? Well, it was quite easy. I used the DS2 editor, which doesn't actually work. Well, this part doesn't work properly, but this one works. And instead of choosing a party, I have chosen. I won't find because it takes too long, but I have chosen the this folder with the word from the single player, and here I have chosen to get it as a DS2 party file. The file is actually now half the. It takes half the space because I presume there's some sort of compression, but you will save it as a DS2 party, and then you select make. It will make this folder with one thing. Just make sure there's just this thing and nothing else into a DS party file, and if you then rename that to DS2 BMK, then in the game, I have just loaded it. It's here. Saranchata imported save, and I have loaded it. And does everything work? This is even the last thing I looked up on when playing the single player and recording. I will give the links for that to the description. So the quest worked. So it's working just fine. I just imported it. So instead of playing with six characters, I will now play with 11.5. Well. Nice. I have to say so myself. Each of them using a different kind of weapons. This uses Security Karka uses 100 axes and daggers. Boxerka uses boxer gloves. Oboruchka uses 200 weapons and now will use 200. Will be renamed and will use 200 swords. And Kolachka uses staves. Štítokevnice uses shields and clubs, and Mechokladivovka uses hammers and swords. And in the second save, the first one, the follower, will use fists and shields, and probably won't fight at all, and probably some supporting magic. Then Palcato Štikačka will use maces and shields. Kladivo Oboruchka will use 200 hammers. Sekiro Oboruchka will use 200 axes. Oboruchka will be renamed to Sekiro. Oh, no. Yeah, Oboruchka will be renamed to Mecho Oboruchka. And Sekáčnice Porátnice will use cleavers and claws, which are some kind of basically. There are even special items and set items and unique items which are cleavers and claws. So why not have that? And the last one will be a pet mule. Bruce kicks, because why not? And now for the real ending to this video.